Hello Virgo, how's it going? This is Charlotte of Aroma Oracles. I'm so glad you're here. This is going to be for the month of June 2025. However, if you find this video at a different time, it's the perfect time for you to find it. So I'm looking forward to jumping right in. This is going to be, again, June 2025. Whoops. All right, let's see. These are like my magic cards. I love to start with these. I like to pick one that's going to be, it's going to usually, this card sums up the whole entire reading in one word. Basically, it's like your word of the month. So let's go ahead and pick one of these. Angel Spirits Guides for Virgo. All right, the collective of Virgo. All right, here we go. We're going to keep that one there on the side. We're going to oil up with my bliss. You can find this on my website, charlottewarren.com or aromaoracles.com. Either one, it'll take you to the same place. All right, we invite all of the angel, spirits, guides, committee, and guardians to be present with us as we receive what messages are for Virgo for the month of June 2025. Delish. Okay, let's go ahead and just jump right in. Virgo, great earth sign here. Virgo is in the range of August 23rd to September 22nd. Summertime babies. All right. Virgo is the Hermit in the Tarot deck. Major Arcana is the Hermit. I'm going to be working with Oracle cards. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get started and see where Virgo is right now. Diving deep dive, diving into a task and balancing on one foot. Balancing act. Okay. I'm going to just put out the spread right now and then we'll go over it all together. All right, guidance for Virgo. Any guidance that you may have for Virgo at this time? Thank you. Fool's Embrace, transmuting the pain. And what's hidden from Virgo at this time? Okay, closing door, completion, and stranger curiosity. Interesting, Virgo. Let's see what's the challenge this month for Virgo. Challenge for Virgo. One card is on the table. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Some emotions going on here for Virgo this month. Well, let's see what kind of encouragement Source has for you. Any encouragement for Virgo, please? Whoa, a bunch of cards just fell out. Wow. All right, this is going to be juicy. You got jeweled web, connectivity, empty well, time to replenish, joyful muse, inspiration, the wall, obstacles, magician's sword, confidence in your magic, sky dancers, surrender, root girl, the disowned self. So that's some encouragement for you. Again, we'll go over them all together. Just kind of get the lay of the land here first. Whoops. Let's throw down any possibilities for Virgo in June of 2025. Possibilities for Virgo, please. Possibilities. Let's see, what's flipped over here? Ooh, the horned cactus, resourcefulness. And then any actions. Action for Virgo, please. Again, a bunch of cards. Whew. This is going to be a juicy reading here. Action for Virgo, month of June 2025. Spirit of the river, moving toward adventure, vanishing mirror, ego sublimation, galactic mushroom, the divine matrix, moon maiden, new beginnings, covenant, sacred contracts, heart home, compassion, dust devil, moving out of stagnation, the crossing, an initiation, and first breath, beginner's mind. Whew. Virgo, you got a lot going on there. All right, so let's kind of just go through all of these here. Let me get organized. Got a lot of things going on here. So where you are now, let's start with that. Where you are now. So you got two cards here in this position. Dancing on one foot, balancing act, and deep diver. Diving into a task. So Virgo, it feels like you are in the process of creating some things. So you're kind of shuffling a lot of things, I'm guessing. There's a lot of irons in the fire. There's a bunch of different things that are going on. You're trying to learn some new skills maybe, or maybe enhance some skills that you have already, stepping forward in that. So diving a little, excuse me, diving a little bit deeper and then balancing that out with the rest of your life. I hope that resonates for you. Seems like that's what's going on for you. For some guidance here, this is one of my favorite cards. I know it looks a little creepy and it's, you know, not so pleasant looking, this little fly person with spiky hair and stuff, but it's about transmuting the pain. So we all have baggage, right? We all have a past. We all have stuff going on. We've all have memories that are not so fond, that sort of thing. So a lot of times as humans, we tend to just like, let's not think about that. Let's just kind of shove that in our pocket and we'll just try not to think about it. And so the saying goes, it's like, you don't want to feed it any energy or any of that kind of stuff. But sometimes it just keeps rearing its head, right? Its spiky little head. It keeps rearing its head over and over and over. But Source has got your back here. Source is shining down on you. You're not alone. And this, you know, this picture looks kind of like what it feels like to be like cathartic and really in in the moment, in the soup, that sort of thing. So it feels to me that this is a time that you can transmute all those discomforts, transmute them instead of like shoving it in your pocket. And people say, you know, like cut the cord with it, be done with that sort of thing. But how about we embrace it and we love it with gratitude? And I know there's some really horrific things that happen in the world and we don't really need to go there, but it's like, these are experiences that you're experiencing for one reason or another. So it's like, how can we take these experiences and find the silver lining, find the light that's in these experiences? Like, what did we learn on these experiences? Did we learn not to trust a certain thing? Did we learn to use our discernment? Did we learn to, you know, those kind of things, learn to unconditionally love, learn to whatever. You'll see, like, you learn how to read red flags, those sort of things. And like, okay, now I'm not going to paint any of those red flags white anymore. I'm going to learn. I'm going to take that information from the things that I've experienced and I'm going to move forward with it so that I'm no longer inhibited by that and keep reliving the energy over and over and over. I'm transmuting that energy. I'm understanding it's the very makeup of who I am, and I'm taking that information and loving it because it's who I am. It's who I've become to be. It's part of me. It's an experience that I experienced. You know, it's like taking that information and moving it forward and transmuting that pain so it's no longer in control of you and inhibiting you from moving forward, right? It's really beautiful. So in addition to that, what's kind of hidden from you is that, so there's some doors that are closing. We have to close some doors in order for new doors to open, right? So it's like closing the door. It's a completion of a scene. that season, whatever it is, that job, that relationship, that whatever it is, there's a completion that's going on. So that door is closing and it's bringing up new stranger curiosities. You just never know what's coming to come forward, what's coming down the pipe. So these are things that are that may be hidden from you at this time, that you're just not seeing the possibilities of that being there. So chin up. I mean, there's some really great things that are on the horizon for you. You're diving deeper into your tasks. You're learning a lot more. You're learning more balance, that sort of thing. And you're transcending the things that are no longer serving you. And you're moving forward. It doesn't mean like you forget everything. You're just transcending the emotions of it all. And so the challenge that is here for you is that it is. So all this water that represents emotions, it's very overwhelming, and it can be, there's like an overflow of it. So this could be like abundance, and it could be like, oh my gosh, I have so many opportunities, it's overwhelming and I'm getting really emotional. Or it could be that you're transcending all of these things that are not longer serving you, and your paradigm is, your paradigm is feeling a little overwhelmed by it, and it gets a little emotional and it feels vulnerable. And I totally understand that, and it makes perfect sense, and it's legit, you know? Give yourself some grace and ease and allow the emotions to be there. And it's okay if you start feeling a little overwhelmed. It's okay. Take a deep breath, and transcend that. Actually, I'm going to throw another card around that. Any other messages around overflow, or at least this half of the reading? Any other messages, angel, spirits, guides? Oops. Okay. Lifting the veil. Oh, you got two here. Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. So there you go. If it's not aligning with you, if it's not resonating, it's okay. It's time to let it go. An activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. So trust your discernment and trust those things that are telling you about moving on. It's okay. It's going to be all right in the end. We're all going to get there. It's a never-ending story. We're all going to just keep doing the do, right? So encouragement for you. You got quite a few cards here. So let me just kind of look at these and put them in order here. Let's see what's kind of calling here to tell the story. All right. Wow. Okay. So this card stands out the most. Root girl, the disowned self. So this doesn't mean like you're lost and you've disowned yourself, that sort of thing. It's about disowning or letting go of the things that are no longer serving you. Like up until now, you have all this information, and it's like time to really take inventory and see what's really working for you. So it's kind of like this picture, the leaves are falling in the fall. This is like a very fall looking picture. And in the fall, leaves fall off the tree, and then it goes dormant, and then in the spring they come back beautiful and green, right? So it's a time to allow those things to fall away so that you may replenish. And any of the obstacles that are going on for you that may feel like obstacles, Source is shining down on you here. Source has got your back, and it's like leaving the light on, right? So all those obstacles, they're not in vain. They're for you to experience and for you to learn and for you to take inventory and create, what's the right word? To be able to create discernment for the future and any other situations that might be coming forward after that. So those obstacles, they're not in vain. Source has got your back. They're for a reason. We have to have the contrast in order to know it automatically launches rockets of desire. So it's there. Esther Hicks always says that. Esther Hicks, she always says, when you see something you don't like, it automatically launches rockets of desire, things that you do want. So it's like those obstacles, they're there for a reason. They're helping you hone in on what it is that you want to create. So empty the well. So it's like, you're letting go of the leaves, you're emptying that well. You're replenishing. So this is the time to replenish yourself. You're going through big changes and you're transmuting all of those, all the pain and all the different things that are no longer serving you. And the best way to do that is to surrender. Source has got your back again. Surrender. Butterfly is transformation. That's a symbol of transformation. There's huge things going on. Surrender to it. Enjoy the ride. It's not always pleasant, but how can you find the comfort in the discomfort? Have confidence to use your magic. You have amazing magic. Have confidence to use that. Share that. The best way to do that is to follow your muse. Do the things that bring you joy. That's going to give you an inspiration. It's going to raise your vibration. It's going to raise your frequency. When you're in that frequency and in that vibration, it's so much easier to receive messages and to receive the downloads. And you're not being inhibited by all the dense energy. It's really cool. And it's also great to hang out with the people that light you up. Connectivity. Who is it that lights you up? You know, hang out with them. Those that lift you up and light you up. It's your tribe. Hang out with them. It's a great encouragement. So it's like, hang in there. You're doing great. It's just time, a shifting of paradigms, a shifting and a letting go. It's beautiful. Some possibilities for you right now. So this is a reminder that you are very, very resourceful. So those resources are coming in full, whatever. I don't even know what the right word is. They're coming in bushels and bushels. There's a lot of resources that are coming to you. What's really amazing is that, I know this is kind of a trippy little picture, but when you think of the cactus, you know, this is the horned cactus. The cactus is very resilient. It's very resourceful. It lives in the desert where it's really super hot in the daytime and super cold at night. And it has these spikes that protect it and everything. But I've said before, if you haven't seen this card before, it's like, it's a reminder, like in the desert, the monsoons come through and it's big, big rains, right? And it floods the land and all that stuff. And all the cactus, they soak up all the water. They drink up all the water they can, that their body actually swells. They swell up and they're so full of water. And then they don't have to drink again until next August when the monsoons come back through. They're so resourceful. And then they house other animals. They grow plants. They grow flowers and fruit. So they feed their community. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And this is you. You have the ability to do all of those things. These are the possibilities to really tap into your resources. They all are there for your taking. It's really beautiful. Some action. Whoo, you got a lot of cards. Some action things. A lot of times when there's a lot of cards that fall out like this, it's kind of like says the same thing in different ways. So let me just kind of take a look at here. It definitely seems like there's some beginnings and endings going on for you, Virgo, at this time. So it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. Let's see. You got a lot of cards here. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna pick them up here. So there's definitely an initiation going on. You're bridging the gap from there to here, right? Or here to what's next. You're stepping into the portal, right? So the initiation, you're coming from this land going into the next land, and you're going into what might feel like the unknown. So that's why you're diving deeper and you're learning more into that task. You're learning more. So there's this initiation that's going on. You're here for a reason. You have a contract. You're a spiritual being having this human experience, and you decided as a spiritual being, I'm going to come down and I'm going to hang out on earth and I'm going to do these things. There's this whole contract that you decided to do to create all of this. And that's why we see the contrast. So it helps us remember like what we are. We are the offspring of the Creator. Like really let that sink in. So it's beautiful. You have this contract going on and you're doing this initiation so that you're bridging that gap to do the things that you came here to do. And it feels like new beginnings for you. You know, you have the closing of the door. Where was that? You have a closing of a door. And when we close one door, another door opens, right? You've heard the saying before. So there's new beginnings going on. It's the first breath happening right now. So when you look at this, it's like, wow, again, source is shining down on you. It's new beginnings. And when you look at this picture, what's really amazing about this picture, okay, it's like first breath, beginner's mind, you're stepping into it. You are in the center of your universe. Like how cool is that? How cool is that? You are co-creating with source 100%. So there's movement going on. There's movement. Step into it. Let go of these things. Let go of this. Not necessarily let go, but transcend them. Transmuting them, transcend them. So that there can be movement going on and you can take this initiation and cross the bridge and step into the portal. How cool is that? And the best way to do that is to let go of the old paradigms. Let that old point of view shatter so that you can get a nice clear vision of what's going on. When we're stuck in our old paradigms, it's very cloudy, it's very staticky, it's hard to think straight, right? So it's time to let those go and let them fall away, let them break away. Your guides are with you 100%, your galactic mushroom, your divine matrix. You come from the divine matrix. That is where you are from. You're from the cosmic womb. You're part of that. Tap into that energy. Allow that to come forward. And then have compassion. Compassion for yourself. And says heart home, right? Heart home. When I think of home, this is us. We're in our home. Our spiritual being is walking around in this physical body. That's our home. That's where we are. And then we have extended homes. We have our family and we have our physical home, right? All of that stuff. Have compassion for some things that are going on. Even though you might be feeling a little cathartic or things are not going exactly as planned, and there's challenges going on. Little compassion. Compassion for yourself. Compassion for the situation. Compassion for your friends. Compassion. Be gentle with yourself. It's very important. We're our world's worst critics, right? The things that we say to ourselves, sometimes we would never ever say to anyone else. So it's really important to love ourselves as much as we love others, right? So moving out of that stagnation, as you're doing all of this work, all this shadow work that's happening and really like honing in on who you truly are and stepping into your authenticity, you're moving out of that stagnation. Again, I don't know if you can see, but you're in the center of it all. You're in the center of it all. Is it going to be like a chaotic tornado? Or is it going to be, this beautiful, awakening, and being in the center of your universe? What will you choose? It's really up to you. You're co-creating with Source. How beautiful is that? Pretty exciting, actually. I know it can be challenging. I get it. Trust me, I get it. It can be very challenging. But know that you're not alone. Your guides are with you all the way. Source is with you all the way. Sometimes we just need to pause, quiet our mind, or the chatter. It gets us in trouble sometimes, right? So it's really just calming and getting quiet and stepping down and just getting grounded. All right. Any last messages? Angels, spirits, guides. Woo. Let's see what's happening here. You got a few cards here. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Get to the common ground. Look at that. It's like one lonely little earth in this big sea of the universe. Really, when we can rise above all the static and really kind of get a bird's eye view, we realize like, oh, okay. But when we're in it, it's really hard to think clearly. It gets really staticky. And then confirmation again, you are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. You are not alone. You're building your tribe. Things are growing. Plus your guides are with you all the time, always. And your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creativity, accountability. What are you going to create? You are co-creating. What will it be? It's beautiful. One day at a time, just tick along, right? How amazing is that? So I'm going to just throw, excuse me, just a little affirmation here for you. Nice affirmation for Virgo, please? Okay, what do we got here? Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. That's a really nice affirmation. So if you want to take a picture of that, that is a really beautiful affirmation. Sweet. All right. And then, of course, we want to, we want to pick a, let's see, somebody's trying to call me. There we go. We want to pick a crystal. Oops, that's way too many. Just one, please. Angel, spirits, guides. Crystal for Virgo, please. Power crystal for Virgo. What do we have? Oh, right. Amazonite. That's what it looks like. Amazonite. Amazonite is a crystal to amplify leadership skills. Amazonite is a crystal to amplify leadership skills and to allow quick, wise choices as required. This crystal aids in stressful situations and connects intellect with intuition. It allows for crystal clear perception in all truths and acts as a guide in negotiation and conflict. Amazonite also allows for clear communication of the whole truth. Physically, it supports metabolism, the nervous system, the thyroid, and transmuting addictions. Woo! I'm not a doctor, but that's what the card says. I always have that disclaimer. It's kind of nice to see. So a great affirmation that you can say while you're using this crystal is, I am God's eyes seeing truth now. I speak truth with ease. And some great essential oils is myrtle, lemongrass, spearmint, and sage. Wow. So here you can take a look at that. Take a picture of it if you like. And in the description below, I'll put a link to some of these essential oils. So if you need to purchase them, there'll be a link. What a great card. Cool. Well, that's what I have for you. Let's see what that magic card was in the very beginning. This is like your word of the month. It is advocate. So advocate for yourself and those that you love. That's beautiful. Advocate. So there you have it, Virgo. I hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so much. And if you haven't liked, shared, or subscribed, I would love that, and I greatly appreciate it. If this video resonates for you, thank you so much. Share it with your friends. I hope that you have a blessed and beautiful day. Like tripping over my tongue here. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and I will see you next time. Take care and be well.